Winner of 9 events. Randy is 1-2. And as Bo mentioned, they have gone head-to-head in Missouri more than once. And here they are in Nevada doing it again.
Whoa, ball, whoa.
Pete, being mic'd, you can hear his reactions.
Watch the action of the head pin. It goes over the left side, gets caught in a corner, and comes between the 3, 6, and knocks out the 10 pin.
That's the kind of luck you need in casinos, Bo.
You're right there, Chris. That was a tremendous break. Now let's see if he can capitalize on it. Pete has had no problem with this left-hand lane since he's made the adjustment. See him looking down on the 4. He's moved to the right, throwing the ball very hard, keeping the ball just solid in the pocket all the way. This is for the lead.
Come on, baby.
Okay, he was pumped up after his win over Tony Westlake, 196 to 184, and now with that double and a 2-pin lead, the adrenaline's flowing again, Pete. But it hasn't stopped flowing in the body of this 29-year-old Randy Lightfoot. Ten-pin.
Solid 10. Randy really wanted that one. He put a lot of extra turn and spin on that ball, and normally would carry the 10-pin. Not to be. Now watch the action of the 6-pin. That's the second pin on the right-hand part of your screen. It just accelerates right around the neck or the crown of that pin. For Lightfoot, a cross-lane spare. He would trail by just 2 pins with the conversion.
All right. Nice to see Randy in the finals again because he hadn't won since 1982, his last television appearance. His mom and dad very tense here at this moment. We're sure happy his mom is feeling better.
Carl Lightfoot, a very successful businessman who sold out his business a few years ago and just travels around the country, seeing the country and watching his son bowl. A great life, great people. 6th frame, Randy Lightfoot trails by 2 pins.
Left only the 4 on the left lane.
Now watch the 3rd pin on the left-hand part of your screen, the 2 pin. See it go to the sideboard, and it gets caught between the 4 and 7 pins. Instead of taking out both pins, it just takes out the 7. Once again, an easy spare for Lightfoot, but he'll continue to trail Pete Weber, who has 2 strikes working, by just 3 pins.
Over the years, this is Randy's 6th television appearance. 4-3 record coming in. As for Pete Weber, he is 34-22, and this his 32nd television appearance.
5 feet 7 inches tall, 130 pounds, fingertip grip. That's the reason he has that high backswing, is to get enough momentum on that ball and speed to control the big hook.
3 in a row for the lad from Florissant, Missouri.
Now you wonder why you put lift and spin on the ball. This is the reason. You see the head pin going the sideboard, taking out 5 pins. Pete knows the power is on the ball. Look at his eyes. Bang. 13-pin lead through 6 frames. 3 strikes in a row. With a 4-strike string, he could extend his lead to 23.
Make you scratch your head. Solid 10.
Now here's the difference between a solid 10. Watch the 6-pin. It just lies down in the channel right there. And that's the reason we didn't carry the 10-pin. There's a big difference between the solid and what we call the weak 10.
Bowler's Journal and Kathy Lightfoot, Randy's wife.
Excellent bowler in her own right. She bowled a 793 series in league last year, and everybody was kidding Randy about it. That's better than 260 average. Randy could use one of those games today.
What a slow rolling ball. Went to the way outside boat. Looked like it was going to go to the channel.
Well, Randy likes the big hook, and he can play both shots. He's a very versatile player, but he felt today that if he could hook the ball wide, he would avoid the solid taps that have stopped most all the players this week, the solid 10. So far, his carry percentage has been pretty good. He left 1 10-pin. Right now, he can cut the lead of Pete Weber down to just 2 pins with another strike.
And now Randy is faced with a 2-8-10.
This is big trouble, the 2-8-10. It is much more difficult to convert than the 2-10 that we saw Tony Westlake convert in the first match. You just have to drive the ball into the 2-8 and hope one of the pins will bounce out of the pit and take out the 10-pin. Much more difficult.
So it's an open frame coming in the 8th, and Weber now has a 24-pin lead. Tough break for Randy Lightfoot. Weber has a spare working, shooting in the 8th.
Come on, baby, come on.
He tucks to that bowling ball, doesn't he?
Pete Weber has been adjusting all day, and now it looks like he's found the line on both lanes as he just saws up all 10 pins with that powerful ball. He's going to be very tough from here on in. He's zeroed on the left-hand lane. What he's doing is throwing the ball hard and straight, not much hook. And on the right-hand lane, there in the 8th frame, when he set up that strike, he played an extreme outside line and let the big hook work. That seems to be the combination. Let's see if he can take the lead of 34 here in the 9th.
Small amount of dejection.
Another solid 10, 3-pound, 8-ounce pins today, and yet the players are still too powerful for those pins, driving one pin over the top of the other as Weber maintains the lead going into the 10th.
All right. The defending champion, Gary Skidmore, finished 121st, and many of you enjoyed the skills of George Brenham III last week. When he won, he finished 91st.
Lightfoot in a situation. Weber going at a 2:07 pace. Lightfoot a possible 2:03.
Remember, the winner of this, our second game, will meet Rowdy Morrow. The winner of that semifinal game will meet the tournament leader, Kent Wagner.
That angle shows you the powerful hook that Randy Lightfoot is playing on the right-hand lane. And there are the parents and Randy's wife, Kathy, watching on. They know he must strike on this ball. Without a strike here, he cannot win the match.
Pressure is on. Little cross lane help.
Chris, the players on the tour call that the scout shot. The head pin goes to the sideboard. It comes all the way back around and knocks out the soft 10. Randy Lightfoot is still in the match. He can cut the lead of Pete Weber's down to just 4 pins with another strike. It's up for grabs.
Seven pin.
Randy just overpowered that ball, sent it wide, and just snapped the ball so sharply on the back end. Leaves the 7 pin. The best he can get is 192, which is going to force Pete Weber to get at least 8 pins on his first ball.
Loser of this match will get $7,000. And the victor will go into the semifinal and eventually, hopefully, a shot at the $33,000. Second is $17,000 this week.
Important shot for Pete Weber. He must get at least 8 pins on the first ball to lock up this match. If he would get a difficult split, he could still lose the match. It's not over now. What this sets up is a very simple thing. Pete Weber has to get 2 of these pins to win. If he happened to just get 1, we would have a tie.